waking up to what's new this morning, and wow, there is a lot new to get to. We have all hands on deck as we have that official announcement from Tempe-based U.S. Airways and American Airlines are in fact merging. Kind of the big announcement that we knew was coming, we all expected, but now that it's here, we're breaking down exactly what it's going to mean for people who work for U.S. Airways and for customers who fly U.S. Airways and American Airlines.
Yeah, after months of talks, both sides have now approved that $11 billion deal, and they've made it official this morning. We were waiting for word, and it came right after 4:30.
In just a few minutes, U.S. Airways CEO Doug Parker will be joining us live to talk more about what the company plans to do next, especially with that headquarters.
In the meantime, we want to bring in our studio guest here with us. He is Robert Mitelstaedt, the ASU W.P. Carney School of Business. Nice to have you here.
Thanks. Good morning.
I know your background is in business and aviation. Take us through your thoughts this morning as we see these two companies coming together for the biggest airline in the world now.
Well, this is big news in the airline industry, and for a long time people have said there had to be at least one more big merger and consolidation, and Doug Parker has been a big champion of that for a number of years. He's obviously, I think, done a great job working behind the scenes to get all the parties on board over the last year to make this happen, because initially American was not interested in this, at least the management team wasn't interested in it. So it's going to bring some changes to the industry. I think this merger is a little bit different than some of the previous ones. Everyone's been afraid that some hubs are going to get closed or big chunks are going to go away. This is actually a very interesting merger in that American and U.S. Air, while you see them in both airlines in airports around the country, they don't overlap real heavily. So, for instance, in Phoenix, we see a huge U.S. Air presence, and we see a tiny American Airlines presence. So American Airlines here in Phoenix has only about 4 gates, I think, something like that.
So a good match for one another. Robert, obviously with the headquarters leaving Tempe, everyone's worried about that. What does that mean for our local economy? Do you think there will be a lot of jobs taken away? There almost has to be.
Well, there are going to have to be some jobs that disappear, and Mr. Parker has said for a long time that the headquarters would be in Dallas-Fort Worth. So who knows exactly what that number is, but it's probably 500, and there are probably 500 of the higher paying jobs. On the other hand, remember that the hub is going to stay here. You're going to have still lots of airplanes flying in and out of here, and you're going to have all the people that support the aircraft, the pilots, the flight attendants, the ground personnel, the reservations agents, although I suspect you may see call centers combined, but on the other hand, we're a good place for that, so who knows, maybe we get more jobs, not less, in that area.
It's good news for the stability here, because you really thought maybe a lot of people were going to have to lose their jobs and head out of here, but what does it mean for the consumer at home when they have less options? Will there be less options? Will the prices of the tickets be more? What do you speculate?
Remember that there's a couple different classes of consumers. When we say the consumer, think about and in fact, sometimes I'm two different consumers because I travel a lot for business. I was in North Carolina yesterday. So and I act differently as a business traveler than I do if I'm taking family members on a vacation. Right. So at that time, I'm more concerned about price and less concerned about schedule and connections. And as a business traveler, I'm unconcerned about price, very concerned about the timing of flights, the connections, and those kinds of things. So there's lots of implications, but let's remember there's a couple different kinds of consumers.
All right, Robert Mitelstaedt, thanks for being with us from ASU. We appreciate it.